sit. Good. Alright, so I want to do a video of healing and what healing should look like. So in the early stages of healing, we are rewarding very, very frequently. So as often as we can heal. Good. I just kind of want her to think that if she looks away, if she blinks, she's going to miss out on the opportunity for a treat. So I just kind of am shoveling food in her face in that heal position. So like we talked about for heal, when I give her the heal command, heal, she's expecting the food, right? You can actually see her get excited because she knows that food is coming here. Now, when we're first teaching heal, it has to be a very engaged activity. Things like sit and down are very momentary, but heal is something we want our dog to continue doing over a duration, a period of time. But it's like she has to continuously focus on doing that behavior. Whereas with place or down, our dog can do the behavior and just kind of relax in the behavior. But with heal, it's a constantly moving, changing, I need to do something to actively stay in behavior. So in the beginning, we want it to be a very enthusiastic, high energy type of skill. So we do create a lot of kind of like excitement, enthusiasm. You can kind of see her hopping up a little bit here and there, and that's okay. I'm gonna do my best not to get winded while walking and talking. No promises. But the reason we need her to be very enthusiastic about it is because it's fairly difficult for our dogs to maintain focus on doing something that can often be associated with being like, or be thought of as like mundane or monotonous, right? So for most of our dogs, going for a walk is pretty boring. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, right? Not a whole lot to think about. When we start to add things like a sudden turn, right? If I suddenly turn around, if my dog was zoning out because they're on a boring walk, they're probably going to miss out on that turn and then suddenly be in the wrong position. No. Heel. Good. Alright. Now, because I am holding the camera, it's a little hard to effectively use a correction right now. I'm lucky I'm able to manipulate the clicker and the camera, not to mention it's really cold outside and my fingers are already freezing. No. Heel. Good. I'm actually going to switch to verbal markers. So, for the verbal marker, I can say, good, and reward in this position. Now remember, heel, good. It's telling our dog to expect a reward in this position, right? Heel, good. Now, at this stage, we're rewarding immediately. Heel, good, right? And ideally, I like it when she looks up at me, which is really nice. Heel, good. When we want to just start going for long walks, heel, good. The way we get from where we are now, heel, to where we want to be, which is I want to tell my dog to heel and go for a walk around the block, no, heel, is I want to just add that time between the word heel and reward. Heel, good, right? I'm just adding a little step. Remember, just like we did with the place bet. Heel, good. Heel, good. And for this, I'm just using her kibble. Nothing crazy. I'm not using, anything super fancy. I'm gonna switch, use my fingers. My vest is heated, so I'm using this to de-thaw. No, heel. My fingers for a few minutes. But what we're doing is combining rewarding our dog for being in this position and also providing a consequence for leaving this position, right? So if you notice, like we talked about with those corrections, if she gets out of position, I use a little NO marker, no, a little leash pop, and then heel. Good. Nice. Heel. Good. It's really cold out right now. Heel. Good. So, like I said, the heeling is something that's going to take the longest to become very consistent. This is only the beginning of the second week, right? Or maybe halfway through the second week. Heel. Good. And she's starting to look really good. So, we're looking to see how long can my dog stay in this position between rewards, right? So ask her to heel, and will she stay engaged with me until she gets rewarded? Good. And how far can I make it before I lose my dog's interest, like that, right? And also, as this gets more, consistent, more reliable, we're going to start to add the third D, right? We have our duration, our distance. We need to start to up the distractions. So when she gets really good on this small stretch, which is my driveway here, we'll then start to go down the street a little bit, which we've already started doing. Maybe then we'll go to a park. After that, we'll probably go to a couple stores and just ask her to heel when there's new people around, new noises, new sounds, other dogs, animals, birds, who knows, right? Heel. Good. Awesome. It's a good girl. Sit. Good. Now, what I do want, heel, is I want that sit to be automatic. Heel. Good. Camera's blinking. That's okay. Heel. So I want her to sit every time I stop. Good. But I don't want to have to always ask. Heel. So when I stopped, what we did was every time we'd stop, I'd have her sit. Good. Heel. Sit. Good. I will do another video, heel, on how we taught sit. I should have sent that already, but I forgot. Heel. Sit. No. Sit. Heel. Now I had to remind her on that one, so I didn't give her a reward. Good. Heel. I'm gonna switch hands. My other hand can thaw for a minute. It really comes out. Good. One of the big things you need to remember, is to set a standard, right? There's a certain point, like you saw there, she got a little bit ahead of me. I said that's not too standard. I gave her the no marker, I gave her correction, and she went back in the heel, right? I also want to say there's no sniffing in heel. There's no veering away from me. You should generally be next to me where the leash is loose. Good. Now, I don't require for her to keep an attention heel, especially if the goal is going to be for you to take her for a walk around the block, right? She's not going to be able to keep an attention heel for 2 miles. No. Heel, right? She's not going to be able to maintain a really hard focus heel for, a 30 to 45 minute walk. So she has to stay next to us. Now, I like that she's checking in frequently because she has to keep an eye on us to make sure she knows if we suddenly turn around, right? Because getting that leash tight is not to standard. So she has to stay in a position where that leash is going to stay nice and loose. And the only way to do that is to stay right on our side. No. Heel. I think at that turnaround there, she's just getting a little spooked by the cars going by. It's a really busy highway right there. No. Heel. Good. What I will talk about in probably one of the upcoming videos I send you, now that all the on-leash skills are going quite well, is how we incorporate our e-collar into all of the on-leash skills, which then essentially makes them off-leash skills, right? Now, even if heeling down the street is a skill that she can effectively do off-leash, it's going to be important to remember that North Carolina has leash laws. You are not legally allowed to walk your dog off leash outside in public spaces. However, that'll be up to you. I think that the leash is the safest way to walk our dogs, and off-leash work, it should be only when necessary, right? I train for competitions where our dogs have to be off-leash in the competition, therefore some off-leash training is going to be required. But even with my best trained dogs, if I'm just walking down the street, I'm going to keep them on a leash. There's no benefit to taking them off the leash, right? Especially if our dog is walking as politely as this. Good. Heel. Off-leash training is all completed on leash, for the most part, right? You get to earn off-leash time, like Luna has earned off-leash time because she's been able to perform her on-leash skills so well. Sit. Good. My neighbor's driving by. Good. Heel. Right? If you can't perform the skills on leash, you definitely can't do them off leash. And there's no point in even taking the leash off at that point. Heel. Good. Alright, my fingers are going to freeze off. So I'm going to cut this video short. And then I'll send you another update later.